Hello everybody, it's Bugsy and I thought I'd do another character profile on another character in Sonic Freedom Fighters. That is a very important role. I've made a course, and no, I'm not talking about Sally. If you guys probably already see who I'm going to talk about from this, what I have up in the top and the video at the bottom. Yes, I'm of course going to be talking about and you guys probably wondering, Bugsy, how is this version of Robotnik going to be different from the games and various shows? Well, I don't know. He's going to be a lot more menacing. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Eggman from the games. Don't get me wrong. He's okay. But I want to bring Eggman back to that where he was kind of like piss your pants scary. You know? Because as a kid, Robotnik in the San AM show, he was scary. He was intimidating. You took him seriously. He was a rotten motherfucker, and he would set your own freaking allies against you because he was that kind of messed up person. But here's a little twist on that. I wanted to put a little bit more of the Fleetway Eggman into him, where he basically wants to take over the world, but he'll get a lot more weird, a lot more desperate, and a lot more fucked up. What I mean by that is he is not gonna be like he's not gonna be like the game Eggman or like how Eggman is in Sonic X. I mean, like, he ain't gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna help Sonic because if they ruin the world, I can't take it over. No. This Robotnik is going to be a conniving, backstabbing motherfucker, and you're going to just see how he is. He is not going to be a kid-friendly Eggman. He is not going to be a comical Eggman. No, he is going to be a truly frightening version of Eggman. Now, let me explain. During the Great War between the humans and Mobians, Robotnik, or Julian Kintivore as he was called, he switches sides over to the Mobians because he knew the humans were losing, and he said it in his own words. Well, the humans are losing anyway, so I might as well go to the winning side. With his nephew Snively, he took his nephew Snively along because Snively or Colin was he was a doormat basically. And Eggman needs, Robotnik or Julian needed someone like him because he'll follow his orders without question. And you guys are probably wondering, so you're not gonna have Snively be the conniving, backstabbing weasel? Oh, I didn't say he. Before you all say that, no, he's gonna be the same. Just a little bit more conniving on the Robotnik side of things. He's actually gonna I shouldn't reveal that. I'm not gonna reveal that. But let's just say Snively's gonna be Snively, just with a few little surprises. I said before in one of my profiles that he is going to be, his defeats are going to pile up. But what he plans to do, like, in the second season, how he comes back is going to be the most shocking, horrifying thing I'm ever going to freaking describe in a freaking audio drama. Oh man, it's really gonna disturb you, but I can't really say what's gonna happen. Just know that it's gonna be very disturbing, and you probably might throw up. So I suggest when season 2 rolls around, after I get season 1 off the ground, yeah, have a bucket. He's he's one of those characters. He is, but he's not like setting him Robotnik where he just sits there and has everybody do all the work for him. No, no, no. He's still going to be very hands-on. Go with machines. He'll still be able to micromanage Snively and his other bots to do the grunt work that he's not really able to do. But here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. He actually is going to have kind of like, you know how Lex Luthor has a power suit to fight Superman when he necessarily can't on his own? That's what Robotnik's going to have. This power suit will double his output to try. It'll double his speed and his strength, because guess who's kind of the strength in the Freedom Fighters other than Sonic, and that's Bugsy the Hedgehog. So he made this suit to compete with both of them, and throughout the first half of the series before the finale, he's going to work on that. It's not going to be the Defect Robot, because that's going to be for something else entirely. But it'll be the first thing, and it'll probably lead to the Defect Robot. Eggman's going to kind of be in his Defect Robot G Gundam style. You know, G Gundam. You guys freaking seen that from Toonami? It's going to be something like that. Eggman will be conniving, evil, crazy, and he'll do anything he can to freaking wipe out any of the Freedom Fighters. He'll do anything he can. He's twisted, evil, and he'll do anything to win. He won't back down. He won't stop until all the Freedom Fighters are dead. But on the other spectrum from Eggman, I think I should talk about another character. Since I did 2 characters the last time, I want to talk about another character. And you guys probably already know it's going to be Sally, but I want to explain how Sally's going to be. And Sally haters that are going to be like, I'm not going to watch this show because Sally. Well, fine, I don't need you. I don't need you guys anyway. If you don't want to watch this because of Sally, go ahead. Be angry, be mad. And I'm probably going to ask my good friend Nicole to kind of voice her if all goes according to my plan. But I'm gonna see if people have made a Sally Acorn theme that I could use. Okay. I don't know what this is. Doing some sort of Chrono Trigger thing. Anyways, Sally. And yes, she's gonna look more like she does in 10 a.m. Because really, it's an audio drama, and the clothes are not gonna be an issue. And if they are, it's not for you. She's gonna have a regular vest and her boots. And Nicole. Now, Sally is on the same par as Bugsy, Eggman, Bugsy and Eggman. She's a tactician and she thinks things through. Bugsy's also the tactician of the group, but they're kind of together thinking plans and strategies. And to the casual observer, you may say they're going to be a little too close. Well, a little too close for Sonic's liking, at least. But besides all that, she's basically how she is in the Archie Kong. She knows how to fight. She knows how to be a tactician. And she may or may not have a thing for certain two hedgehogs. For two hedgehogs that she kinda decides who she wants to be with. And that may or may not become a factor. But when it comes right down to it, Sally is basically the other half of the Freedom Fighters. Because if Sonic and Bugsy are sort of the brawn, she's the other half of the brains. And you're probably wondering, what's the half other than Sally's brain? Bugsy Hedgehog's brain, basically. So, yeah. She's cool, calm, and collected even in a crisis. Even when things get stressful, even when things get really, really, really freaking stressful, she'll try, and emphasis on the word try, to keep a cool demeanor. She's basically, when she's around Sonic, she basically kind of doesn't like him at first. She basically more gravitates to Bugsy the Hedgehog for a bit, but I'm not gonna say how that's gonna end. But then there's that. What else can I say about her without giving too much away? She, like many of the other freedom fighters, she's like many of the freedom fighters in Knothole, got taken by Robotnik the exact same day he first took over. But Bugsy and Sonic are the ones that freed everybody. They couldn't free Sir Charles. They couldn't free Sir Charles, but they freed all the other freedom fighters. But they did swear that they would come back and try to save Sir Charles from being roboticized. And Sally agreed to help them because the Mobians are her people. The whereabouts of her dad are unknown at this time. But rest assured, with Sonic, Bugsy, and Sally, they're going to free the whole Mobius, even if it kills them. Because that's the kind of freedom fighters they are. Well, I'm going to do this like DJ Clive. I hope he doesn't mind. This has been a Sonic freedom fighters profile. Comment and describe down in the description below. What do you think? What do you think about Sally and what do you think about Eggman? And yes, he's gonna be Robotnik. Or, he's not gonna have the name Eggman until a certain something happens to him. But I'm not gonna freaking say what happens. Just know it's gonna be a very, very, very interesting season. And I'll see you guys later. Tomorrow, I don't know. May I'll do a Saiyan thing. Kind of getting my mind off of various other things that have been clouding my mind for a little while. Especially since it's only like 4 days until it comes out, and I'm trying to keep it together. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. And really, I like this theme right here. Kind of seems kind of hopeful and triumphant, and I might use it. I'll see you guys later. And like I said before, this is Ben, a Sonic Freedom Fighters profile. A Sonic Freedom Fighters character profile, and I'll see you later. And just to clarify, I'm only doing characters for the first season. So if you guys are probably going to ask me if Amy's going to be in it, no. For Amy's going to come in, but she isn't going to be the Amy that you all know and some of you fan brats love. It's going to be a tad bit more different. But it will still be fun. So don't trip, don't flip, you're going to love it. See you guys later.